Not as young as I used to be. I think I got to go in now. I can feel my brains boiling. It's time for that before noon beer. Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you with an installment of Manic Mark Works Outside and Manic Mark's weather report. They're saying it's going to be the hottest day of the year. It's going to be about 110. Only about 100, but 110, that's the scare number. And then, you know, the actual number is about 100. It's, I don't know, I don't even know if it's like 10 o'clock and I'm all sweaty already.
Here comes the train!
Anyway, working on painting the house, and I just thought I'd come to you with the Manic Mark weather report for the hottest day of the year. And it's going on about 10 o'clock and
Shut up!
damn you, train, damn you! Get weather. I remember once, the rest of this video is asking you to leave a comment about what is the hottest day you remember. I can remember getting up to 106 here, maybe 24 years ago. What was I doing that day? Painting a house! Beside the point, the hottest day I can remember personally was as a kid visiting my grandparents in Montana, okay? 109 degrees. And that, they didn't have a heat index back then. And we didn't have air conditioning. Nobody had air conditioning. My poor grandparents. But that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is the next day it got up to 110. And my grandmother's bitching at my grandfather's bitching at my grandmother. Why? Because it was just probably hot. Everything boiled over to the surface, right? But that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is the next day is 112 degrees. And I can remember this only being in my, maybe 12 or 13 years old. Pretty young. But I can remember like, this is pretty hot. And as a kid, you don't really remember, maybe you're just not, I was never affected by it. I never thought twice about it being hot. But do you ever see these pictures of like people that work in offices back in the 1900s? They had the ceiling fan and they wore they had cotton, but I think they always wore wool with like rose briars sewn to the inside of the suit just to make it even as uncomfortable as possible, because they knew in the future that people would look back and they wanted them to know that their forefathers were tough. They were tough. They wore wool and they went out and shot each other in a field on the hottest day of the year with mini balls. No wonder we were killing each other in the Civil War. It was over nothing but badly designed and hot clothing in very humid summers. It drove people crazy. I know that's not the reason. Don't leave messages like, you know, it was a war for this, a war for that. I know all that. But I'm telling you, it's horribly hot. And people thought it sucked. And it was easier to say, just kill me and get over with, than go back after trying to kill one another all day and sleep in that wool clothing drenched in blood and sweat. Well, I gotta go back and paint. Maybe I'll come back for another installment of the weather here. Oh, I gotta tell you, so I get up this morning And it's like, honey, I gotta paint a house. You better get inside by 10 o'clock. And then she pauses and says, do you have a will? And I said, what do you mean? Well, your money's going to go to who, so and so. I said, no, what? No, you're next. We're married, right? You're next in line. She doesn't understand how this stuff works. Besides, but the worst part of it is she's divining that somehow today, because of the heat, and I'm painting on the house and I'm going to die. Or she's hoping, and she wonders where the paperwork is, so she can be sure that it's just easy to take care of. It's hot if you, but the thing, I'm not driving home yesterday, and there's guys digging ditches by hand, putting down water, these little drainage pipe in a yard, It's all, you can adapt yourself to anything. People, like I say, people who live in Los Angeles, they don't care about this heat. They all have they walk around in those white suits with little mini air conditioners on the inside. Hey, this is an update on the Manic Mark Weather Channel. And an hour's gone by and I'm still painting. I thought it was bad before, but apparently I looked over the valley and I noticed the gates of hell had opened in the valley. Can you see it? Don't, you gotta be careful. You gotta shield your eyes. It's very bright, hot. Hey! What are you guys doing down there? Having a pool party, got some icy cold margaritas. Come on down, Manic Mark. I gotta go. I heard that if this global warming keeps up, Miami is going to be abandoned. So if you're in Miami, you ought to sell your property, get the hell out, because apparently if the sea level comes up, you're doomed. The entire city is doomed. It's just going to go away. So, it's Miami, but today would be a good day for you. That's what I see. I'm in the sun now. I got to get out of the sun. I hope you're no more afraid now than when you click the clicky thing, people in Miami.